Hello everyone, how are you? I'm fine, thanks to God. Today we will discuss about some concepts on Microsoft Word. And this concepts that I want to cover is the table of content, list of tables, and list of figures. That means how we can generate a table of content, how we can generate list of tables, and how we can generate list of figures. Follow me, we will see one by one. So let we start from generating table of content. So consider this document which is already prepared. So this document contains chapters and subtopics. So most of the time we try to generate a table of content simply by selecting the topic or the title and go to home and representing by heading 1, heading 2, and heading 3. But in this case I try to use a different way. So before we represent each title or chapter, I try to edit those headings. That means let me click on heading 1. That means right click on heading 1, then click on modify. Then so keeping the name as heading 1, I try to edit other concepts. That means let me make it Times New Roman, the format, and let me keep the font size as 16, and we can also make it the bold, and we can also make italic, we can also make underline, but they are not recommended. So let me change the color. Most of the time we use the black one, so I make it black, and let me make it, that means centered. We can use the centered, or we can't change it. So we also have to be sure that we click on the add to style gallery, and we have to click on the only in this document. So once we cover those concepts, we can click on OK. Now we change the heading 1 style. Again, on the heading 2, we can also click and again click on modify, then keep the name as heading 2, but we can change the formatting as Times New Roman, and we can also change the font size as 14. We can also make it bold, or we can leave like this, and let me change the color, that is black. Again, we have to be sure that we click on the add to the style gallery and only in this document. So now let me say OK. Now again I edit heading 1 and heading 2. Now it's possible to generate the table of content. So let me click on the above, that is above the Microsoft Word. Again, let me go to the reference. Let me go to the reference, but before that we have to represent each topics. That means what? Select chapter 1, go to home and click on heading 1. Again, select introduction, click on heading 1. Again, select the subtopic and click on heading 2. Again, click, this is also a subtopic, and click on heading 2. Again, this is a chapter, so let me select it and give the heading 1. Again, this is, click on heading 1, and this one is a subtopic, so let me click on heading 2. again this one is a subtopic, and let me click on heading 2. And again this one is also a subtopic. This one is also a subtopic, so let me click on heading 2. Now I select all the headings, so let me go to the upper or the top of the document and I click here, then go to the reference. Now select the table of content. Here we can select a different styles of table of content. That means you can select automatic table 1 or automatic table 2, or even we can click here. That means more tables of content from office.com. So let me select the first style, and it is already generated. It is the easiest way. The table of content is already generated here. Now we can edit the table. That means when we click on the update table, there is, or it gives two choices for us. That means update page numbers only or update the entire table. That means when we click on the first line, that means update page numbers only, the update only covers or changes only the page number. So if we add an additional title, it never includes that one. But if we say that updates the entire table, it also contains the changes in the title and the page number. So let me show you by adding one title at the bottom. It means let me add here chapter 3. Here I add chapter 3, so I select and click on home, then represent it by heading 1. Look, it's a heading 1. So let me go to the top, then click on the table of content, click on update table. Now if I click on update page numbers only, let me show you. When I click here, no additional thing comes at the bottom of the table of content. But if I click on update table and change to update entire table, and when I say OK, it adds chapter 3 on page 3. So when we update the table of content, we have to be sure that we click on update the entire table if we add a title or additional subtopics. But if we vary only the page numbers, we can click on the update page numbers only and we can click on OK. This is how we can generate the table of content, and it's so easy and faster than other ways. So let me come to the next concept. That means generating list of tables. Most of the time we can use the same way to generate list of tables and list of figures. So we can use the same procedure for both generating tables and figures. So to start generating a list of tables, let me go to the heading. That means we click here, more headings, and we click on the create style. I click here, then it's better to modify the style. That means click on modify. Now let me represent this by list of tables. then click on paragraph. Let me click on caption. Again, let me click on caption, and we can also change the format. That means it's already Times New Roman, and we can also reduce the font size to 12, and we can remove the bold line, or we can remove even the italic, but let me leave it. And we can also change the color. That means let me use black, and we can make it centered. Click here, and we have to be sure that we click on the add to the style gallery and only in this document, and finally click on OK. We generate only the heading that is called list of tables. Again, it's better to generate a list of figure. So click here, again click on create a style, again click on modify, then let me represent this by list of figures, then style type by paragraph, the style based on caption, again click on caption. Then we can also change the formatting as Times New Roman and font size to 12, and let me leave the italic one and change the color to black, and I don't want to make it centered. So here also we have to be sure that we click on the add to the style gallery and only in this document, then finally click on OK. Now we already generate two headings, list of figure and list of tables. Now once we generate, we can represent all those. That means let me find here, we have figure 1, then click and list of figure here, represent. Again we have figure 2 here, select and list of figure. Again we have a table here, select and click on list of table. Again we have a table here, click on list of table. Then finally we can generate list of tables and figures. So to generate a list of figures and tables, we can or click on reference and go to the insert table of figure. Insert table of figure. Now here is a table of figure. Then we have to show that we select the caption level, that is what figure, and we have to make the format from template, and we can also remove the page numbers, or we can change the alignment of the page numbers. This is the alignment of the page number, or we can also remove the page numbers, but I click on both of them and click on option here, click on option, then click on style, then change the caption to list of figures, because we are generating list of figures. So click on list of figure and say click on OK. Then finally here is OK. Then the table of figures are already generated. Those numbers are comes due to the error here. Means we can remove figure 1 here. Again also we can remove from here, and we can remove from here. Again we can remove from here. So now we can update the table of figure. That means click on the list of figure and right click on it, update field. That means update the entire table, then say OK. So it's already it's already modified. So here is also a mistake we made. Now we can select and remove this. Again, we can say that also update the field. So this is already the generated table of list of figures. So now we can represent the list of figures. Again, if we want to generate list of tables, we can click here on reference and insert table of figures. Now we have to be sure that we click on list of tables. Then we click on options, click on style. Again, list of what? Tables. Here, click on. Then say OK. Then again OK. Then it says that, do you want to replace the selected table of figure? No, we don't want to replace the table of figure. Rather than we want to generate list of tables. So say no. So it generates table of list of tables. So now we can say list of what? Tables. Now we generate list of tables, list of figures, and table of contents. So we can again edit list of tables and list of figures. That means right click on the tables, then say update field. So it gives what? Two choices: to update only the page numbers or to update what? The entire table. So we can select according to our modification. So we can say okay, now for this time, since I didn't make any change, so let me click on cancel. This is how we can generate list of tables, list of figures, and table of contents. This is what we have or what I have for today. Thank you for watching this video. We will see soon.